Are you listening?
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. The coffee smells and tastes delicious today. How are you doing today, Mr. Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good. Went to the doctor today. Did an ultrasound on me. And dang black, they told me I was 5 months pregnant.
Jeez.
Not Mrs. Hillbilly, me.
Miracles do happen.
I reckon.
Oh man, what a good day. Good morning. How is everybody in chat doing? Doing good. I'm doing good. Woke up at 9 o'clock after having a late night watching some Christmas movies with the wife. It was a little bit insanity. We were watching a movie called Heidelberg Holiday, which is interesting because it's in a location where she was born in Heidelberg while on tour. She's an American citizen. Family was in the military, and they were on tour, and they were touring the castle. Well, she was born in the castle there, and
Wow.
about 13 years later, my parents and I were on vacation, and we went to Heidelberg. So it was just a movie because we both shared that location. We've both been in that castle. We've both been in that city. And the movie has no relation to us. We just want to watch it because how it worked, how that was. It was pretty clever. The movie was pretty decent for a Hallmark movie.
Oh, Hallmark. Yeah, Hallmark makes some pretty good movies.
Yeah, they do. How's everybody in chat doing? Hello, Mrs. Hillbilly. Hillbilly. It's the missus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't stream. It's called a Heidelberg Holiday. Heidelberg Holiday. It's set in Germany. Yeah, because I was in Germany for a few years when my dad was based in Landstuhl, Germany, on the Air Force base, North Air Force area. Yep.
Okay.
What kind of trouble are we in today?
Oh, I'm trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, I noticed in stream, that's why I was like, oh, I wonder if things are all right with you.
I think I said yesterday morning I wasn't going to be able to stream this morning.
Probably. Just kind of spaced off on that. Oh, so.
Are you crazy?
That's the question.
People tell me I'm crazy, so I don't know.
Right?
I'm still
So
trying
the
to figure out
topic
if I'm crazy I'm still trying to figure out if I'm crazy or not.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, really quick. Before we get too invested. First, we should drop our channel sponsor, Aartopia.com. Aartopia.com is where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags, dice boxes, little dice pets, little dice dragons, as she calls them. Really cool stuff, really good quality, handmade, crafted things, stuff like you find on Etsy. Really good. Like, I'm amazed by it. You should be amazed by it. And let's not ignore the fact that Black Friday sale starts the week of November 24th, 2023. Get 20% off. We'll check it out. Yeah. So the topic of today is going crazy with Magic the Gathering and other media. And the topic the topic has a time to define the topic because, well, last night, going through the internet history of my internet history, I realized I have a lot of Magic the Gathering searches. They're overwhelming compared to my other searches. Just a ton, and how much I invest or we invest in Magic the Gathering all day, every day, and other media like YouTube and whatnot. Like, it's insane. Like, we do YouTube for Magic the Gathering. We do YouTube for other things. It's nuts. How much time do we invest? Is it good? Is it healthy? I mean, some of us have mental health issues that go with it, and some people fight depression. And they use a format like I do, like YouTube, to kind of get past those emotions. So, are we obsessed? I don't know. But let's get to that. You.
All right. Well, I don't think it's, obsession or anything like that. I mean, because, some people use YouTube and other forms of media to help them through stuff like depression and, other stuff like that.
Right.
I know it has helped for me because, of course, I've suffered from depression because, I've lost my mom back in December. Next month, she'll be gone a year.
Ooh, yeah.
And plus my uncle right after that. So that's more depression put on to me. And YouTube and playing games is how I cope with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, man, of course we're obsessed. But yeah, there's a lot of depression that people fight through. In fact, some creators back in the day say most like 90% of creators on YouTube have mental health issues, and fight depression a lot, which is kind of crazy how that works because the amount of time and dedication goes into making videos or being dedicated to fitting a time slot for a life is incredible. Like, most people say quick, so to kind of have an obsession for it. Where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line between a healthy obsession and an unhealthy? I mean, that's like, I know unhealthy obsessions when you start ignoring responsibilities or ignoring predominant health issues. I probably just made that word up, predominant. Um, Health issues like today you had to skip your life because you had to go to the hospital. That's a healthier line of doing it. YouTube, because you gotta not do YouTube to get your health screen, basically. So it's insane. It's crazy. It's what it was. It's what it is. But like, to do it over and over and over again is insanity. Insanity. Like,
but if it's something you love to do,
mhm.
then it's not considered insanity. Or to me, it seems like it's not fighting insanity.
Miss Sibley says, I fight depressed crafts, walking, and talking to my mom and hubby. Nice. It's good to have people around you to talk to. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have an outlet too, like doing crafts and walking. See, YouTube's my hobby besides Magic the Gathering, and like last night when we were watching the Heidelberg Holiday, I was going through Magic cards, trying to put together a commander deck based on turtles and artifacts, which I realized I need some turtles and artifacts for this deck. But like,
Well, they got some good artifacts coming.
Right. Well, like, I realized I need like a time seed for this deck. I need a Teferi's puzzle box for this deck. I think I have a Thopter assembly, but that too.
I get that. I would get that Discover 5 artifact. Cost 6.
Well, yeah, this deck is this deck I was working on was soul tie colored green, black, blue. But like the thing I'm getting at is like how much Magic the Gathering I consume basically in a day is just a lot. Because I'm always thinking about it, always twisting my mind about it, always trying to figure different things about it, always trying to improve about it, which that's kind of ridiculous because I should be like honestly, I should be comfortable with my knowledge in the game and my skills in the game because like I know there's a lot of chance and luck in the game, but at the same time, like yesterday when I was playing you on our second game, and you had me locked down, and I was trembling in my boots because your control was just overpowering. Then it got to a point where I realized, well, what I need to do is just I need to stomp through the power here, and I just drew in the card. I drew in the removal spells I needed to get rid of your enchantments. Luckily, but like
Dag blanket.
I know because he had a powerhouse. Like Mihawk Massacre didn't do as much as I thought it would, especially early game. But the other one was making me sacrifice a creature every turn was killing me. Then you were creatures, so I couldn't play like 2 creatures at a time to kind of get around it. But I ended up fighting through it.
Yep.
The being is getting through the game. I was able to see how to get past the issues going on. And the threat assessment, there's a lot of knowledge that's just there, banked there. Like if I were to stop playing Magic for a while, I'm very comfortable with the fact that I can just jump back in knowing how to play. And but like I'm so obsessive on progressing, so obsessed with trying to be better at it that I don't know when to stop because I really don't know when to stop.
I only know when to stop either.
Mm-hmm. Then we got the point where we go to the other media where we go on YouTube and we just look up Magic the Gathering content like crazy.
Yep.
And go insane with it. Insane in the membrane. Insane. Got no brain.
Yes, you can call it I guess I can call it a obsession because I don't watch TV no more. All I do is watch YouTube. And when I watch YouTube, it's mostly Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm. It's more than an obsession at that point. It's a lifestyle. See?
Yeah.
And that's a thin red between the two.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting at because like most of the people I'm subscribed to are Magic content creators.
Same here.
Every day I wake up, I'm usually watching a hillbilly play some Magic, or at least trying to. I'm kidding. But play some Magic, or Brody Alfonso when he does whenever he gets back to doing his lives. Or I'm watching, like today I watched a Commander game of 4 different dinosaur decks going against each other and stuff like that. Like and like I'm always trying to plan for different things to do with Magic. Like Wednesday, Prime and I are going to face our dinosaur decks together against each other. Because like I haven't the new dinosaur deck yet, the dinosaur commander deck, but I got my 5 color dinosaur deck, and he's got the new deck, so we're gonna face them off against each other.
Cool. Too bad you ain't got 2 other people with dinosaur decks. That'd be something.
Well, Wednesday's just mainly Prime and I show, but
Right.
But like maybe Saturday we could do something like that. And I don't plan on dog sitting Saturday, so I should have the energy to play a game and maybe do 4 game commander decks.
I ain't got no dinosaur deck yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I'm getting one. But it won't. Bog ain't play with it until Christmas. I got told.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I have to wait for. Christmas. Cat was rubbing against my leg. Oh, but yeah, I want to know what chat thinks. Like, Do you think we're crazy, chat? Everybody in chat, do you think we're crazy for being obsessed with the game, making it a lifestyle, perpetuating it? Do we take it too far?
Or
Do
are we just crazy in general?
No, it's crazy in general is probably the surface answer. Yeah. I mean, right?
And you didn't disappoint.
I haven't used the video clips in a bit. Preacher! Magic is no different than being a sports fan or a fan of high art. Your brain will always think about what it wants to think about. That is true. Nice to see you, Preacher. You're amazing.
Preacher.
Everybody here is amazing, but I honestly thought this was it's Monday. I was about to say I thought today was a Saturday that James was chilling out with you. Nope. You love you all making content and growing. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. I think you're all little effing loony. Yep, that is true. That's why we're here. We're here. But because it gets to a point where I wonder. I wonder a lot about how it goes. That's why I break my days up. That's why Fridays is for video games. This Wednesday night, after the wife leaves, I plan on playing some more Metroid Prime to make up for my short game Friday and missing out the week before. I think it's best to diversify our thoughts, our lives. The only difference between children and adult is if you can maintain your responsibility while dealing with your obsession, right? It's true. That comes an obsessive hobby. As long as you can manage your responsibilities, indeed.
Yeah, I'm getting obsessed with Commander.
Yeah.
And all I got though is pre-con decks.
Commander. Oh yeah. Well, just try not to get obsessed with upgrading those decks, because man, that's a whole nother level of obsession.
Yeah. I can't wait. I know a couple cards I want to get for my Warhammer deck.
Warhammer. Like a damnation. Like a board wipe.
No, not necessarily. Something to help beef the power up a little bit more.
I know a couple cards that'd be good to get that for that deck. One's expensive and one's not so expensive. You're probably looking around like $30 for the two of them. Is Grave Pact and Dictator of Erebos, and they effectively do the same thing. Whenever a creature dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. All right. As far as YouTube content, I watch a lot of different types of content. Magic content as well, less than half of what I watch, probably. But to have you here is amazing. If you two Wahilos, if you don't forget your life responsibilities, I see no issue. If it keeps you, if you wahoos, I'm gonna say, if you don't forget your life responsibilities, I see no issues. Keep you sane. Yep. Tibalt's Apprentice. Darkness is awesome. Reprint 40K. Hello. Hi guys. I sent you a link if you wanted to jump in.
Hey, I sent him a link myself.
Yeah, but so it's someone like me, who's constantly thinking about Magic, constantly thinking about YouTube. I try to take YouTube seriously, but I take my mental health more seriously because I deal with it on a daily basis. Tibalt's Apprentice, not dressed yet. Oh, well, hello is Hubberling Kevin. Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I try to take YouTube serious. I try to keep YouTube serious. I try to keep my mental health issues first. I put them first. But
Well,
and I try to balance things out where I can. And it's like if I feel like something becomes too much, I'll take a break from that day. That could jack up the view count to Balt. James, 30. Funny.
well, I'm a little different. I try to keep my YouTube crazy. 'Cause, I like joking around and playing around and chatting and everything like that. But I also do put my mental health and my health first.
Right, right. Yeah, no one's talking about not being crazy or pedantic on your channel for your channel, like as a character, because you do essentially build yourself a YouTube persona when you do YouTube, right? I mean, that's why you do that little crazy voice, you know. You do things and you produce a secondary image of yourself, so like a video persona of yourself, and that's fine. But what I'm talking about is how, like, where is it too far? Where do you go? Where do you stop when it's too much? Because that's where it gets like honestly, Saturday I could have played Commander, but I would have been just out of my mind the game, because I had to chase a dog a couple times back from the yard into the house, because this new dog thinks it can just do whatever it wants when it's learning its boundaries at the same time. And so I was wasted on energy, so I was really not in the mindset to do it. And like I honestly went to bed very shortly. Well, I did watch the season finale of Loki before. Oh, no, I watched Saturday, Thursday. I watched the season finale of Loki. Okay, I watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I need to finish that movie. Even though that Loki movie was pretty sauce. That series.
Yeah, it was. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
I just want more. I want more of it. I want more Loki. Dang, Blaggy quit ending the series. Give me more Loki.
Right. Like I really liked how it ended. And I'm not gonna give spoilers away to those who haven't watched it, but it was a well-defined ending to the series finale. Because Loki's storyline is not over. I think the series Loki's over, but not the series finale. The series itself, not his character arc, because speculation says there's like a certain storyline movie coming out that deals with it, which I'm excited. Well, I mean, I don't like the idea that the miniseries that they put out in Disney Plus tie into the movies so much, because if you don't watch one, you're not following the other. Like I honestly have to kind of catch up on Miss Marvel now, the young girl superhero thing, because apparently that ties into the movie.
Yeah,
and the movie, I don't really want to watch the Marvels, but apparently something important happens in that movie that's defining the future of the MCU, which just toggled me, because the movie doesn't have great reviews, but there's important things that happen in there that let me know that this is the direction the MCU is going. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you ain't seen that little Miss Marvel series, you just watch it. It's on Disney Plus. I mean, it's good.
So trying to keep up with it.
I mean, it shows how she gets her powers and everything.
I watched the first episode thinking that it was going to be a movie, not a series. Then I stopped watching it. But like now I have to be like, this is important. If I want to know the information, I have to watch it. That's what bugs me. If I don't want to watch something, I shouldn't be punished with lack of knowledge of something. Like that's not how the series should work. But like that's how it does work. And Loki, thank God that series was amazing, because like as important as that is, the series is upcoming storyline. That was insane, and
I
to
just
tie
like
that in,
I just like the Loki character.
it was pretty good. Tom Hiddleston doesn't pull it off, even though he initially tried out for Thor, and they're like, "You'd make a better Loki," said the studio.
Yeah, Thor, you think of somebody real muscular.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was pretty muscular. He had blonde hair too when he did it. But see, this is one of the ways I like to deter myself from magic in my mental health. Is I like to watch other things that interest me. But like my life right now is Magic the Gathering, YouTube, Marvel content, and time with the wife, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
The wife likes to watch a lot of Hallmark movies, and Hallmark movies are mainly for the women who love those movies.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll watch them sometimes, but I'm mostly just magic.
Magic.
Magic on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Magic. And every
Right.
now and then Path of Exile.
Path Exile.
Then
Yeah.
also spending time with my wife.
All right. Well, looks like someone's dressed. Hello.
Not really, but sort of.
Not really, sort of. All right.
Somebody asked for a robust man. I thought I better check in.
Robust.
How's it going, guys?
Doing pretty good. I think you need to get your mic set to the right mic.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
All right, you're good. We do this. We do this. We know this.
Yep.
No, man.
But yeah,
All right.
I wish they. Oh yeah, much better.
Okay, here I am.
Much
Here
better.
I am. Okay.
What's up?
Should I?
Hillbilly?
I'm getting direction off stream and I should be putting on a shirt, but oh well.
I don't. The only issue I have with Disney Plus is these short mini series that they do. I want to see longer. If they're going to do a mini series, I want it to last longer.
Right.
Not show mini series, just show series.
Well, like some people actually would just wait for the whole series to be spoiled or put out on Disney Plus, and they'll just binge watch the series all together.
That would be me. I wait till the whole thing's done and then put it out. But I would not complain for a longer series. I think I have that same complaint too, but I'm worried about, or I think they're worried about how much money they're spending on them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why they don't have longer seasons. But yeah, I would definitely want to see longer seasons.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Like, but like Disney needs to get their act together anyways. And I think Loki's a sign that they might be getting their act together a little. But at the same time, we still got stuck with WandaVision, which leaves us full of answers or questions. Which was WandaVision was a weird show.
I didn't like it. Never.
And weirdly,
didn't watch it all.
Like, and weirdly, it tied into a movie. That was the worst part about it. Tied into the multiverse of madness. Then there's several things that happened that still haven't been answered yet that we're waiting to see. And it's just so freaking annoying because it was weird. And like the way they tried spoiling things. Then they came out with She-Hulk, which was a decent series for a bit. Then they just kind of trashed it on purpose, and they make a joke about it in the season finale. Then we got Loki, which was the most serious project they've done in a while. It's like the identity crisis.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I don't think they had a clear vision with the Infinity Arc and stuff. They had a very clear vision of where they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like these days they are trying to make changes quickly or on the fly. Like they don't have things planned out like years in advance. I know we've already seen what's supposed to come, but they seem to be trying to correct things on the fly,
Uh-huh.
and that doesn't necessarily work. It doesn't really lend itself to good storytelling unless you're, playing D&D or something where you're moving on the fly. But if you're planning out a TV show and an arc, I think you need to do a little bit more and just stick with the plan, regardless of what happens maybe to the actors or maybe, um, that kind of stuff. That's what I think.
Right.
Well,
And yeah, because like the TV series to me should be more of a character building than it should have been story driven, like
Hmm.
through the whole MCU. But
Yeah.
like the way Loki turned out, and like I'm trying to be spoilers free as possible, the way Loki turned out really gave a clear direction to those nerds who had to watch all their videos to understand what's going on. To realize that Marvel has or Disney now has a direction they want to go towards, and that makes sense to the movies out there. And the sad thing I think is sad is for the people who don't watch the series but the movies, they're going to be lost on certain key elements.
well, they did lose one key ingredient they did have. And that is Stan Lee.
Well, poor
Yeah.
guy couldn't live forever.
Right. When
God
he
rest
lost,
his
but
soul.
when he passed away, that hurt Disney. That hurt Marvel in general.
Right. Well,
And
you got people who religiously studies the comics to know where they go because the truth about comics is outside of our basic knowledge, there's like 10, 15 different stories about Loki and 5-10 different renditions of that same story of each of those stories. So to really cherry pick like a certain direction, it takes a true fan or a hardworking person to dig into the storylines to follow through that arc. Because comic books are sold like newspapers, fresh off the market. Tons and tons are sold, and it's all about the fresh content, the new look, the new direction. And so for someone to go back in time to a certain time period and find a comic that they want to get to and build off that comic or that ideology on that thesis of a comic, that's crazy because that's what they did with Loki. They found a certain storyline with Loki and they went with it.
Yep.
and
And I think he did a pretty good job on doing that too.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
because the whole TVA thing was very confusing at first, but they cleared it up. Then they went with it.
I never could understand what the TVA was when they brought that on there. I'm like, TVA, Loki's a god. Why is there a TVA? What the heck is a TVA? And then they explained it.
Hmm. Oh
quick
yeah,
question.
What's
Am
up?
I the only one that enjoyed Moon Knight? Anybody
Moon
Moon
watch
Knight
that?
was an alright show. It was a little bit off. I kind of forgot about it. That's kind of how it was.
It was good. I thought it was good.
It was a good show. Just it didn't fully own my fancies.
I mean,
Okay.
it was different because he woke up as somebody else.
Right.
I mean, I liked it. It was one of those shows that tried directing us towards the different afterlife things,
Right.
and that was neat.
I think that was interesting. Well, I just enjoyed it I enjoyed him as a character, and I enjoyed the story that they did. But I think that kind of circles back around to what you were saying before about the TV shows should maybe be more just character driven and introducing the characters
Mhm.
and getting a good feel for who they are. So when they do appear in movies, if you see them later, you can always go back and refresh who the character is, or they can be introduced to them and you'd be like, oh, that's that guy from whatever. You know what I mean? It would
Right.
cement
Yeah,
the
that's a
movies a
good
little
way
better.
to. That's a good way to look at it. And I think that's kind of what they did with Miss Marvel. The one I have to kind of go back and rewatch.
Yeah.
But but they're trying to cram so many things in. So when we watch the movies, where we know what's going on. And Omega, we're not giving away too many spoilers, so we're not giving away spoilers at all, really, for the season.
I mean,
Don't
take a
worry
look
about
at take a look at what they did to the Marvel movies.
Mhm.
they show the movie, then right at the end of the movie, they show a little clip about the next movie
Right.
and how they um, tie in with other movies. That was very smart of them doing that, I believe.
Oh yeah.
That all sounds like Wizards of the Coast to me. They're trying to cram in everything and milk all those cash cows, and then get you hyped for the next season by showing you the previews of the next thing coming up.
Man, I think about everybody is Omega. Everybody's tired of the woke bullshit going on. You like one series because I'm an Iron Man fan. Like I was not an Iron Man fan until the first movie, so I really didn't care about Iron Man. Didn't know much about Iron Man, but when Robert Downey Jr. helmed the movie, I was in love with the character.
He did a great Tony Stark.
Right.
Yes, for sure.
One series I think they should have done was the Ironheart, which is the female version of Iron Man. They should have done her backstory as a series,
Yeah,
like how she became Ironheart.
that would be good.
Because sadly, as a predecessor and a sequel to Black Panther, the second Black Panther was just so convoluted with a weird agenda of ideas that just went and miss. I mean,
Yep.
they literally could have called the movie the background of Namor, and that would have made more sense to what the movie was, because they were more worried about defining Namor's character than really the characters in the movie for Black Panther.
I haven't seen that one yet, so that's a testament to the idea that, like, well,
It's
not
a
burned out,
decent
but
movie. You're just gonna
yeah.
feel like you sat down for 2.5 hours. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I ain't going to spoil any of that. I mean,
Well,
It was
Namor was
alright.
already, people know Namor was in the movie.
Right.
Namor is not the main point of the movie, but like
Right.
at the end of it, the one thing you feel like you know more about is Namor.
Yep.
If I remember,
Gotcha.
if I'm saying the
Yeah.
name correctly,
Yep. Yep.
you know, and they kind of shoehorn just characters in there. By the way, SFT, those cards for the deck you are working on are on the way. Oh, thank you. Hell yeah. Stick with the stories and characters, right? We dropped our subscriptions to Disney a few months ago. Well, I love Disney Plus, so I won't drop it.
Me, same here.
Namor should have been the focus. They should have just made a Namor movie. To be honest with you, the guy that got to play Namor was decent. The acting in the movie is decent. The shoehorn characters in the movie was not decent. Like I don't want to spoil like the thesis of the movie, but like you'll like the movie if you like the movie. If you don't like the movie, you don't like the movie. Like I think everybody like me in general are just gonna be like in the middle about the movie.
Right.
Financial, bud. Oh, nice. Okay, nice that your financial is the reasons why, but yeah, it makes sense.
Did you guys catch any of the Netflix Marvel characters on Netflix?
Not much, because there's like some of them have like nudity in it, so we don't watch
Gotcha.
that kind of
Okay.
stuff in our house.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like so, like kind of like one show I'd want to see, but like there's some by IMDb, there's some stuff in it. Is like Daredevil has some stuff in it and whatnot.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll watch that stuff for you.
I mean, I don't mind being spoiled by being told about it.
But
I don't have Netflix.
They were definitely they were intense, they were grittier, they were doing all the things that they can't do or haven't done in Disney Plus. But for the most part it served the story. It didn't feel gratuitous in there and stuff. But yeah, I understand and respect that. If that's not what you're into and stuff, then that's for sure. But I just thought it was good that they did a lot, and because they didn't have an agenda in Netflix, they were able to explore the characters and the stories deeper. And the series obviously lasted longer. Punisher was what, 3 seasons or whatever. I didn't see the other ones like Jessica Jones and stuff, but their Punisher and Daredevil were, I thought, really solid series and stuff.
Right. Like I said, I never watched the show, but like even in when I was watching She-Hulk, because She-Hulk was a decent series for the most part. And when they spoiled Daredevil on the show,
Yeah.
people went crazy because they got the original actor from that Netflix series in the show.
Yeah.
And they were excited about that. Hey, Stasis Orb.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. We're just talking we're talking Marvel stuff.
Yeah. I noticed. Yeah, sorry. I just got off work, so
Yay. No, but yeah, so snaps. It is 40 minutes into. Boo, boo, boo. Do. You want to find really cool dice bags, dice pets, dice boxes, or different Magic the Gathering items that you can use to bling out your collection or hold your stuff like dice. Go check out Aartopia.com. And on top of that, my friends, starting the week of the 24th, Black Friday week, you'll be able to save an additional 20% off your items if I can find it. Right there. See right there. Black starts the week of November 24th, 2023 at Aartopia.com. Get 20% off. Yay! Woohoo!
Nice.
Check it out. All right. So we really haven't gone to open forum. So I'm going to tie this into, this whole conversation about our Marvel shows that we do more than just think about Magic 24/7. But like I said earlier, my brain's just into three different parts, like Magic, YouTube, and Marvel. And I love Marvel comics. Like the wife doesn't watch the Loki series because she was confused after the first series. But like I try to keep her up to date on the series because I thought the way the season finale ended was just insanely good. And so I try to keep her up because she watches the movies with me when we watch a movie. Because like I own the cinematic universe, like the collection of all the movies in order, which I haven't watched in order yet, but I have. Like we go to the theaters every once in a while. Like we watched Quantumanium in theaters, which was weird. We watched Multiverse of Madness in theaters, which kind of pissed the wife off the way that went.
What was she disappointed about, or what didn't she like about it?
Well, let's say she gets jaded with these movies faster than I do.
Okay.
And she watched WandaVision, and she thought it was a weird show, which I think all of us think it was a weird show. But our first discussion after watching the movie was why we were pissed off that you had to watch WandaVision to understand like a chunk of the movie.
Gotcha.
Have you watched the movie yet?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So this movie, there's some spoilers in it I'm going to mention, but like, I'm not going to spoil the whole entire movie, but like if in order to understand like the first half of the movie or the first 30 minutes of the movie, you have to know what happened in WandaVision.
Right.
To understand where things are at. And that really upset me because everything that happened in WandaVision doesn't actually affect what happened in Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
So like in order to know what the first 30 minutes of the movie was like, you had to understand what happened there. Makes no sense to the story later on, other than the main villain of the movie, which I won't spoil if you haven't watched it. The main villain of the movie was just a ridiculous choice overall.
Right.
Even though, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, swinging back to what Hillbilly had said earlier, that was good about the movies. The first run of the movies was like things were hinted at and spoiled, and they were more like Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. I think if they had treated that with WandaVision, where it's like there's Easter eggs in there. If you caught it, if you didn't, it's fine and you can enjoy the whole thing. But if they had treated it a little bit more lightly, that would have been maybe better. But anyhow, what were you starting to say?
Oh, even though I love the multiverse plane they went with the Council of People, which I won't
Mhm.
give away if you haven't watched the movie.
Mhm.
Like that was awesome.
Right.
But like they could have done better. Honestly. Omega says WandaVision wasn't that good. That's what we're saying. Reading comics under a blanket by a flashlight when I was sent to bed is why I named who needed glasses at a young age, right?
Mhm.
I haven't watched Multiverse of Madness either.
I don't think I have either.
Well, it's going to be important to the future. I promise you. It's going to connect to Loki. And just to let you know, Tabalts, because I don't know how much Disney Plus you watch.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much.
But like Disney will get darker with the themes because they do have Deadpool now, and they play it on Disney Plus,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
They're making a Deadpool 3 that's going to tie into the Loki series, which is sad because I won't watch Deadpool because content.
Sure.
And another sad thing is they're remaking Blade, and it's going to be R-rated, and there might be content I have to worry about. I'll look it up because not all
Right.
R-rated stuff has that stuff in it.
Right.
Blade was a fan favorite of mine as a kid when the original movies came out.
Yeah.
And I think it was R-rated mainly for gore.
Yes, it was definitely for the gore. Yeah.
One thing I did not like about WandaVision
What's up?
was the black and white.
That was the first episode only. Did you not watch past the first episode?
Nope. I didn't like it after I seen black and white. I said,
right.
this is black and white. I don't want to watch it.
Look, go back and watch the series. It'll be worth it for the story alone. Not like it's each episode is set in a different time frame of a TV series in generational. It goes from black and white, goes to color, then goes into like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like the show progresses that way. That's a very bipolar kind of show. Like it just switches off, and there's always things going around, and and when you're watching the show, you're trying to figure out who the main baddie is, what's really going on. Have you seen the Multiverse of Madness yet, Hillbilly?
I don't think I have.
If because it's on Disney Plus. If you watch WandaVision, like I said, the first 30 minutes of WandaVision will make sense if you watch WandaVision or the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
That was a fun. Well, so I might be the exception here in the fact that I kind of enjoyed WandaVision, but I understand everybody else's complaint or dissatisfaction with it because it was a good gimmick to start with, but it felt like it kind of got dragged on too long.
Right.
And that became distracting. The that gimmick that it was built on of time periods, TV shows, and so on, kind of felt stretched out just a little bit too long.
Right.
So I could understand absolutely.
WandaVision was stretched out too long for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
See, I would have liked that maybe been a shorter series, and then do more
Mega
Loki or do more. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading a comment. No, you're right. Sorry to interrupt you like that.
No, that's good.
No, you're right. It went too long, but you know why it took so long? Because they were introducing characters that you wouldn't see for a couple years.
Right. Yeah.
Like in the Marvels, there's one character in the show that shows up for like not even a full 5 minutes, and now you're introduced. She's gone. She's in the Marvels movie now.
Okay. I haven't seen the Marvels yet either, so.
No, I haven't seen it either. I wasn't planning on watching it, but because of a specific end credit scene and a storyline matches to what's going on, I can't give it away because I already watched some of the things going on it. Okay. It's important. It's important for the future of going with Marvel because apparently it connects with Quantumania and it connects with Loki, and it's like, what the hell is going on? What happened to the original franchise that we grew up with? I mean, you got a Captain America movie. The first movie was good. We got. Well, I don't think we'll ever get another Guardians of the Galaxy series as good as it was. Probably the most solid series in the out of all the
probably
individual IPs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is like the most solid IP they have.
Yeah.
They retired them.
Well, no, the Guardians of the Galaxies is kind of retired, but they will bring back with a different team. But they're still going to do stuff with a few of the characters from the show. Like Peter Quill will have probably not a standalone movie, but will be in different Marvel IPs at least. Like the best series out of all of them. Like even over Iron Man, it was one of the best series. Like all over 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Because Iron Man was a shoehorn of a show, and what they did is they made the first movie was the best one because Disney buying Marvel was depending on how well that movie did.
Yep.
Right. Then the second one was shoehorned for storyline purposes. Like there was so much quality taken away from the series of that show, where they just shoehorned certain elements to kind of lead to the stones, the Infinity Stones that were in it, but to also introduce Captain America. Hence why he holds up the shield in the certain part. And then the third movie just was more showing you the progression of Tony Stark, but was kind of a shit show because it's saying Tony Stark is more than just his armor. And like they could have gone different routes with it, but they didn't.
Yeah. But all three Guardian movies were definitely solid.
Oh yeah,
from beginning to end, I think so.
Yeah, the only issue I have between the three different movies is you kind of have to know what's gone on before then on different movies to understand where they're at now.
Right.
Because one of the worst movies of the year, Lord Love and Thunder.
Oh my god!
If you didn't watch that movie, you think he was with the Guardians.
Yeah.
Which I was hoping to see, actually. I was hoping to see Thor with the Guardians for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie, oh my god. Don't remind me of it.
Tony had his failings. They downplayed his alcoholism from the company. Well, they did that for sure.
Yeah.
They made him more friendly for the viewers, basically. But I loved how they handled Tony in the MCU. I just wished, like, as the threats grew, the threats should have grown with them. Like, the main reason why I like Iron Man 2, the main reason, other than it's a decent storyline, it's still better than Iron Man 3. The main reason why I like Iron Man 2 is because his little suitcase suit that he gets into near the beginning is designed in Utah.
Nice.
Cool. That's why I like that. The third movie was a crucial because the AIM program, or not AIM. Yeah, AIM.
AIM.
I think it was called AIM.
Yeah.
Anyways, the project they were doing with messing with genetics and stuff is important to where we're going now. Which was, if you watched Secret Invasion, you will notice that one of the main characters has the same genetic thing going on. He's part of that AIM. They don't talk about it, but you see it. And like, that's crazy. Boo boo. Stay Sword, be all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't watch superhero movies or anything like that.
Why not?
They just not my thing. Never
Okay,
have. Oh well, okay. Let's put it this way: the last superhero movie I went to go see in theaters was the second Captain America movie.
That was actually a good one.
And after seeing the first one, I kind of got the gist of what superhero movies are, and I was just like, okay. So I stopped watching after that.
Right.
I haven't seen anything outside of that.
All right, Mega. Thank you. Advanced Idea Mechanics. Yeah, you're right. Wasn't it owned by Justin Hunter? Yeah. Well, at least that's what they said, but there are unfolding things. But yeah, the whole series, the whole cinematic universe back then was pretty decent. That's what I'm getting at. Like there are people who don't really like the first Captain America movie because it just feels different. But I really like it for what it was. I think it fits the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I think it fits the time frame. I think it fits his character at the time. And I like how they walk into the whole program, how he became Captain America. For years, I can spoil this because not only has Endgame come out and stuff like that. For years, I knew Red Skull wasn't dead. I just didn't know what happened to him. But like, man, to me, seeing Red Skull in Infinity War was a major payoff for sticking with the franchise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So Stasis Orb, what not to put you on the spot or whatever, but what doesn't appeal to you about them? Just the fantasy aspects, or just not your thing? Just
So the thing I don't like about superhero movies is the fact that like they're all kind of the same. They all kind of meld into the same, like, I don't know, category.
okay.
Because it's always like, I'm the hero, I'm this person, I do this superpower, and my powers are useless against blah blah blah. It just seems like it's just canned. I don't know. It doesn't like, visuals do not inspire me.
Okay.
As I said before in the past, like, I'm an avid book reader. I don't like things shown to me. I like to use my imagination when I'm thinking of things.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well,
What
on
type
top
stuff
of
do you
that,
like to read? Oh, sorry.
on top of that, Stasis Orb is a multi-billionaire who dresses in a black suit at night, goes out fighting crime himself. So he's grounded in reality. What a real superhero should be.
Gotcha. He doesn't like that competition. I understand.
I will say I will say outside of everything, if I were to pick two superheroes to be the best, it'd be Iron Man and Batman, because they both have money and brains.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, but the answer to Balt's question is, what kind of books do you like to read?
Oh, me? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I enjoy reading Stephen King.
Okay.
If I were to pick a favorite author right now,
That's a good call.
I
I'm
read a lot of
Stephen
Stephen
fan
King.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
You read the Dark Tower series and stuff?
I did, yes, and
Right.
I didn't go see the movie. Everyone's like, "Did you see the movie?" I'm like, "No, it looks awful."
Wise choice there.
Why would I
Absolutely
ruin
wise
my?
choice there.
I
Well,
watched
it's
the movie and
It-
I never read the books, and the movie was terrible bad.
Yeah. The
See, even people, because people were telling me, even though I didn't read the book, the movie was terrible.
yeah, you could just smell it on it. You could just see it. I think that's interesting too, though, because the Dark Tower definitely introduces a integrated universe. Again, without spoiling that for anybody that maybe hasn't read the Dark Tower, it's been around for quite some time, but that also introduces the idea of different levels of reality and
Mhm.
different things and stuff. So I thought
Like the-
maybe there would be a crossover between those two that you might find appealing, but that's interesting.
Like the Deadlights.
Yes.
Yeah.
With there's still some good spoilers in the end of that too
Mhm.
that they didn't touch on in the movie. So that's interesting. But I enjoy that, and that's probably one of the reasons that that the MCU appealed to me. Well, first of all, I like comics anyhow, but with Stephen King stuff, you can read his stuff and find Easter eggs all throughout there and stuff because they've done so much to tie things in at this point.
Right. You know what I'm getting tired of is these reimaginings of those movies. Like, they're not doing them justice.
Yeah.
And they're stepping away more from the story material.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we were watching The Stand, and The Stand touches on some things in the book from what I was told. But like it feels like they're redoing the original movie series that came out than they are from the source material. Which I'm a fan. Everybody knows I'm a fan of Jurassic Park, but there's a petition going out there, and there's like a fundraiser out there that people are actually trying to get a reboot of Jurassic Park, but like the first movie, but have a script made to follow the book more often, like more throughout the thing. So if it comes together, that'd be like a good miniseries, because that's what they're also talking about, is doing a miniseries of it which would be amazing. Because I'd really like to see, like, as just decrepit as I am, I'd like to see Crib Swap.
Yeah.
Crib Swap, the Crib Swap scene. If you, I don't know if you were here, but Andrew gets the joke now. Was important because it showed you how rampant the dinosaurs were on different parts. Like there's no control where some of the dinosaurs were.
Yeah.
And there are certain mechanics of the story. I say mechanics because there's certain things that are just crucial to the little bits of that happen that tell you where the story is going. Because the whole prologue of Jurassic Park, the book, it does wonders for the whole story.
For setting
And the
everything
whole-
up. And so, yeah.
Yeah, right. Because it sets you up for what you're about to go into. Then when you go into the story, which is a completely different story than the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain canon events that happen in the story that happen in the movie, but the movie just is just so much flavorful. There's so many different things that I want to touch into. There's certain deaths that happen, that happened in the movie that didn't happen in the series because they kept like two people alive who should have been dead. One scene of a death that was in the movie was watered down way much from the book. And I'm like, the book is pretty solid. Like one of my favorite books. It's probably like one of the few books I've actually read because I'm not a big book reader, but that was one of the books I actually read. And I want to get I eventually want to get a hard copy of the book because I want it for my display shelf. I want to read it again. Like I own the second book, which is also a good book. Nothing like the second movie.
Nothing like it.
But
yeah.
Point being, other than me just sharing my love for the movie, is movies based off books kind of suck in general.
They're always going to be. I was going to ask you about that. How you feel about that? I'm one of those people that always says the book is better, almost always, all across the board or whatever. But I also appreciate that some people have to be introduced to this stuff, and they're not going to pick up a book, but they will see the movie. So at least it gets them interested to start and so on. For me, I love to read, but I have dyslexia, so that can be challenging sometimes. So I try to go to the library and get like the books on tape or the books on CD or whatever.
No, that's my favorite way to do books.
Yeah,
audio
definitely.
books.
Yeah, audiobooks, unabridged audiobooks is definitely the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say just because I know I would never read them, but I really, really love the movies. Well, the trilogy only. Would be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I tried to read the Fellowship. I couldn't get through it.
Especially when you hit the songs.
Yeah, it was a tough read. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I'm just gonna watch the movies.
Audiobook's pretty good too. I'd get that.
Yeah, I was gonna
version.
say it would be worth it to get the audio books if you can or whatever. It's just I had the same issue with Dune. That's a tough read, but it's a great story, but it's a really tough read. So having the audio dramas or the audio unabridged book is definitely worth checking.
Thank you, Zombie. Book is always better. Well, there's sometimes they actually make a movie based off the book, and it's actually good.
Yeah,
like Meg was a pretty good. Not the Meg that you watch. A Megalodon movie, was it? Deep Blue Sea was a good movie based off the book. Vampires with James Woods was an okay book. Was so much better. Yeah.
I love that one. I didn't think anybody else there liked that one.
Mm-hmm. Tolkien is like king in that he can describe a tree for 10 pages. What's funny about the Lord of the Rings books is that you get to a certain point in the book, then there's someone singing a song recapping everything you just read, so you didn't feel lost and could consume everything that just was you read through and understand what happened. And they did that several times, And the most annoying part was in the audiobook, some guy was literally singing the song and he had a kind of a crappy voice.
Well, it's
That's
interesting.
funny.
One of the ones I had it, and it had it. The music played in the time and the rhythm that would have been for that time period,
Mhm.
for like the Middle Ages or whatever. So it was played on those instruments, and it was played
Right.
in that way. So I mean, music has evolved as time, of course, but it was interesting hearing it done. Like you said, I could see where it would be off-putting and stuff if the time was different from what we're normally used to hearing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense. Anyways, I'm sorry, but I have to cut the show short today. Well, it's not really short. We're past time, but I have to cut it short because I have to start doing things with the wife.
Fair
But
enough.
thank you guys for jumping on. Hillbilly, you streaming tonight? You streaming later today?
Yep, 2 o'clock. I'm probably going to do a 4-hour stream since I didn't get to stream this morning.
Sounds good.
And I also
The
like to
ball.
point out that I got 285 subs now.
Nice.
Congratulations. Keep going.
You want to chill out yourself a little bit?
Who's that?
Tabalt, you want to chill
Oh,
out?
me.
yourself?
Yes. I'm excited. I've got for my YouTube, I've got 411 thanks to the roundtable that I did, and one of the short videos I did on Ghoul Caller Gisa.
Mhm.
And I got another one coming out here on Captain Nagathrid and stuff.
Nice.
So I'll be working on that today. So
Nice.
Hell yeah. I plan on trying to do the MTG3 video this week, so I can use that
Sweet.
sweet clip you sent me. I actually got the combos put together yesterday.
Cool. Good.
Stasis Orb, how you doing? You want something you want to say?
Hi.
Hi.
Kidding. No, yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Like and subscribe.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys in chat for being awesome. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for participating. I really enjoyed this conversation. And I think I'll try to drag into more of this direction later on. Because I really like the open forum feeling of it that we did today with having a topic to start with. I really like that. You guys have a wonderful day. And don't forget to...
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun. Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron